Hi, everybody. I am here with one of my current clients at the time, Nikki, and we are going to be talking all about her journey with life coaching and a little bit more about her business as a life coach as well. So let's get started. And Nikki, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm a 45-year-old Black woman living in Texas, raised in Texas. I'm a life coach. I have a business called Cool as a Mother. I'm a Sagittarius with all my heart, textbook. I'm an artist, a traveler, a mother of two, hard-headed, an old soul, impulsive, and strong-willed, hell of a manifester. And I'm evolving. That's who I am.
That was amazing. I'm gonna take your lead and introduce myself too, because I'm tired of the whole I'm Kenya and I'm a life coach, yada yada. So hi everybody. I am Kenya, North Carolina raised, Southern bred. I am a Capricorn stellium, so I'm just all earth. If you look at me, you might see a rock because that's how earthly I am. I am also a earth goddess. If you have not seen, I am a life coach. I am a priestess. I am an energy worker and healer. I am living in my purpose. I'm also a hell of a manifester. I have abundance energy, rich bitch energy all around me in my aura. A proud Tesla owner.
Owner.
Some people found me that way with my Tesla post.
I do.
And I too, as well, I am transforming, I am evolving, I am learning and growing while also, you know, reparenting my inner child and affirming my inner child all at the same time. And I love books, I love to travel, I love my cat. I am a lover, not a fighter, but you would think I'm a fighter how hard I work. So anyway, that is
We can
that
just
is
go to
that is
the end. We
what'd
can
you
just go.
say?
We can just end it there. Everything is done.
Right. That was all the time we have today.
Hey, that was everything.
That it
Mm,
is we are everything.
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
as Black women, we are everything. Well, that
Mhm.
was beautiful, Nikki. I love your introduction.
Thank you.
Yes, okay. So Nikki is actually one of the few, but still very welcomed clients of mine that is a mother and also is a little bit older than 40. And so again, still welcome to all women in all shapes and sizes and circumstances. But Nikki, tell us a little bit more about where you were in your life when you decided it's time that I start looking for a life coach.
You know, uh, I was stuck. I was very stuck. Um, had always kind of said, oh, flippantly, oh, I want a life coach. Oh, I want a life coach. I need a life coach. But one day I was like, no, I need a life coach. I need some help to get through this. I don't know where this is. It was a sunken place. It was a real sunken place, and I didn't know. I kind of knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know I could do it. And my friends are very biased and think I can, climb Mount Everest with flip flops on. So I needed some guidance, and I honestly didn't really know what a life coach did. But yeah, I was just in a sunken place. That's what I can say.
Yeah, that sunken place. Yeah, I've been there before. And now that I'm on the other side of it, when I encounter women who are also in that sunken place or the lowest point of their life or a breakdown or
Yeah.
as I think what my therapist called it when I was going through it was a soul death.
Mm.
That place is I get excited as a life coach when people are in that place, mostly because I know that that place is the breeding ground of change and transformation
Hmm.
because you have
Hmm.
nothing left to lose.
Right.
You are
Right.
at your most raw and vulnerable, and it's
Hmm.
like you want so bad to get out of this place that I think we're ready to peel back the untruths, peel back the BS that we've been holding on to or people have been giving to us so that we can finally get out of that place.
Yeah, I was very ready. I was very ready to do something different, and it's like, okay, everything that I've known, um, it has to change. Everything has to be different. This cannot be this way, and it has to be. She has to be my hope. This thing has to be it.
I'm like your rope to get you out of the sunken place.
Right.
Threw some rope over the edge. And just briefly, I guess, how do you think you even got to that sunken place?
A lot of life happened to me, kind of all at once. I had moved, I'd lived in the Middle East for many years. And so I had just moved back to the States, still going through a divorce, moved in with my parents. So talk about reparenting, um, that part. So everything had changed for me. My finances had changed. I had been a stay-at-home mom for more than a decade. So that life changed. And trying to reacclimate myself to the United States that I had not lived in for a long time, and in Texas, because I had lived in Brooklyn before I even moved to Texas. So it was a lot of all of this was culture shock. And then you had a pandemic on top of all of this. And I had lost my shit. I completely lost my shit, and I couldn't lose my shit. I had to keep it together because I have 2 little kids to raise. And, everybody is like, oh, you should be grateful. You should be thankful. You got this going on. You're back in the States. And I'm like, yeah, I'm back in the States. Uh, I'm back where, I, to me, coming back home felt like I felt before I had left. And before I had left, and I left for a reason, I didn't feel good about when I left here. And I came back and I picked up that same energy. It was all here again. And I was like, I don't want to live here like this. I don't want to live here in this kind of place like this. So that is how I felt. That is where I was very heavy. Very heavy.
It's funny you said when you came back to the States, you kind of picked up that same energy you had when you left. And that just reminded me of like how, we can't run from our problems. Not to say that you were doing that.
I was.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I was. And you cannot, it's like, you have to, and I knew that being here, I had to deal with whatever it was. Because even when I left Kuwait, I knew I had to get to a certain place because I didn't want to run from Kuwait. I didn't want to be there anymore, but I didn't want to take the same energy and then transport it somewhere else and then transfer it onto other people and this thing. So I had to get this heavy thing off of me and peel it back and figure out, what is this? Because if everywhere you go is smelling like old greens, it's you. It is you. So
yes. I wonder how many of us listening have been on this merry-go-round of, I'm just transferring my shit from this place to this relationship to this phase of my life, and they're thinking they're doing something, and it's like, no, it still kind of sucks. And it's like, okay, maybe let's try some different methods. Maybe you need to bring in some extra help,
You do reinforcements.
Yeah, reinforcements, exactly. An emergency response team, because the response is not there. Okay. So you found me, we found each other, through the universe. So I want to know from your perspective how you kind of felt that I was going to be the coach for you.
It was all aligned. We believe in alignment over here. I found you through Adelia's podcast, Picky Girl Travels the World. So I had given up. I had planned on moving to Thailand one day, and I had given up on that. And then one day I turned her podcast back on. It's like, I'm ready. I'm ready to hear about women doing it again because I want to do it again. I'm going to pick it back up. And yours was the first podcast that I heard. I was like, oh, life coach. What is that? Know what that is. I'm like, okay, let me listen. And so then I went on your Instagram. At that time I didn't even have an Instagram. and went on your Instagram and you had a Tesla. You had my Tesla that I don't have yet. So when I saw that, and then I as we talked, I said there was something about you being so much younger than me when I thought I wanted someone so much older than me to help me through a certain place. But you being young, that is the youthful energy that I wanted. Like I wanted that. You don't have some of the, I got all the baggage I need. I didn't need to hear about yours. I didn't need to know about that. That was uncovered. I mean, not saying that mine wouldn't be good for someone else to hear, but that is not, I wanted the youthfulness of it. Because that is really what my spirit is. I have an old soul, but my spirit is like, I like to do these things that the millennials like to do.
Your spirit is free. You have an old soul,
Yeah.
but it's a free spirit. I definitely resonate as well.
Yeah. So that is how I found you. And the Tesla, the fact that you had moved yourself, even though you had come back, the point is you did it. And I was like, okay, I kind of like this girl. I'm kind of digging her.
I like
That's
it.
it.
I digged you too. I digged you too.
I
Very,
know. Dug each other.
very, you have an air about you that is very much like I want to be around that girl.
Mm.
It's so funny that your business is cool as a mother, because I would say like you're very cool, like, and cool and like the 1970s cool way. Like you're fly and you cool and you can get down, but you're not like, but you like smooth. You're a smooth
Okay.
type of cool. Like you a smooth mother. Beep. That's what
Watch
you
your
are.
mouth.
Yeah, watch my mouth. So yes, that is definitely the air about you. But it's like, and we had talked about you having all these kind of like designer clothes in Kuwait, and what I was gonna say is like you could be wearing very expensive clothes, and I still wouldn't think that like I can't hang around her, like she's stuck up or bougie or whatever. And it's probably because you were born and raised in Texas. Like you still got that home, that
Hey,
down home feel.
absolutely. I take the hood everywhere I go.
I like that. Put that on a t-shirt. Put that on a
Right.
t-shirt, please. Okay. Okay. So we found each other. We were digging each other. So then it's time to start the coaching program. And of course, you got to put a deposit down to start the coaching program.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do, or what were your thought process around the price and how you were able to make it work for you?
The thought, I had no, well, at first I had no clue that, a life coach could cost what it did. I didn't know. And when you told me, I didn't balk though. I said, okay. And I told my girlfriends, the same thing. And they were like, and, um, because I had spent, big money doing other things that weren't for me. This is, as I told you, this is one of the best investments, flat out. And I can say the best at this point as a grown up. Like I've made other ones, but as an adult who is fully capable, fully in my right mind, and I didn't even need to think about it. I didn't need to look around and go. And granted, it's not like I had, again, going through a divorce and all of these things. So there wasn't, what I used to have wasn't sitting in my lap anymore. As we discussed before, before what my former life, this would have not been an issue at all. I could have done it in cash and gone on about my business. But I knew that this is what I needed. Everything in me told me that this is what you need. You have all kinds of bags and designer this and designer that, and you have $1,000 sneakers, but what is that? That means absolutely nothing. You're showing the world that you look good, but inside, what do you have? So this was for my inside parts. That's what this was for. So people at Walmart wouldn't be able to know that I have a life coach.
I love that. That was amazing. You said this is for my inside parts, because I do think that a lot of people think that investments are about the outside parts.
Yeah,
It's funny because a larger investment in your inside parts are gonna make the outside parts shine all by
absolutely.
themselves.
Absolutely. So it was, it wasn't the easiest thing for me to do, but it hasn't been hard either.
Hmm.
That makes
Wow, it wasn't the easiest thing, but it hasn't been hard.
it hasn't been hard. It hasn't been hard. So
Hmm. That makes me
I'm
think.
worth it. I'm worth
Say
it.
that again.
I'm
Say
worth
that
it.
again.
Hello, I said
Oh.
I'm worth it. I'm worth it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. And so are you. So I was like, hey, if sis is asking this price, I'll give her what she asked, because she's worth it and so am I. What am I gonna tell myself? I'm not worth that? No, I'm worth it. There you go.
There you go. There you go. All right. That's when I'm gonna start asking people, do you think you're worth this
Do
much?
you
And of course the answer is yes. And we know that we're worth even more than that.
right.
And we talk about, like you said, I didn't know life coaching could cost what it did. And I'm like, I'm pretty cheap compared to those white women that's been doing this for some time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you standing in that made me go, okay, what am I doing wrong in life that I am not standing and asking people for what I think that I deserve as well? So yeah.
And it was a journey, I think. And I love that you say that, like, me standing in my confidence and my power kind of was like an example to you, because I was in a place where I was saying the same thing, like someone else standing in their power was like, I can do that same thing. Like, just like they can charge whatever, I can charge whatever too. So why aren't I? Is because I didn't believe I was worth it. Once I started to believe I was worth it, things changed
God,
immediately.
yeah.
And yeah, and I'm not, trying to be like, I mean, I am spiritual woo woo, but like, things changed, like my energy changed, but it really did change.
Right.
Like, I made
Really.
more money than I've ever made before. I got the Tesla. I feel freer. I have so much more inner peace. But
Right.
anyway, okay, so we're working together. We got the price. So you said, you didn't really know what you couldn't really say what a life coach does. So now that you've been in the program, you've interacted with me as a life coach, you identify as a life coach. What would you say a life coach does?
I would say a life coach helps you identify. I mean, it's really kind of basic in that sense. They help you identify your goals. And then at that point, you tear back all the shit that has been stopping you from getting to these could be very basic goals, very basic like life points you want to get to. They can be big, it can be small, you know, maybe Mount Everest is your thing that you want to get to. Maybe you just want to organize your kitchen and you haven't been able to get up off your damn couch um to get there, but it runs the gamut. And I think, it's a support person. It's not therapy, but it's therapeutic. So
That you got to put that somewhere too. Is that because that describes so much the question of, well, what is the difference between a life coach and a therapist? And I've heard many different things, but that was I would add that to the list of, well, it's not therapy, but it is therapeutic for sure. I would
yeah,
agree.
yeah, absolutely. So it is, I don't know, it honestly, I mean, it just changed. It changed my life. It really did. It absolutely changed my life. And I ain't even done. And it's changed my life.
Yeah.
And that honest truth. So if you want to transform and you're ready to be honest um with yourself and with your shit, then yeah, a life coach can help you do it. But you're gonna have to do your work. You have to do your work. This is not this is my goal. And then, somebody goes home and figure out how, figures out your shit for you, and then comes back and like, okay, so this is how you do it. No, breaking down what you really want, helping you not give fucks about what other people want you to accomplish. Only you, and you set forth and you get it done.
Yes, that you said it all. I mean, it changed your life, transforms your life. You have to do the work. You gotta confront your truths.
Yeah.
And a lot of people cannot do that alone. They just,
Mm-mm.
and that's nothing, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact,
No.
we've never even been shown or taught how to do those things. We've just been learned avoid or move on or move or get a new relationship or go to therapy, yada yada. And it's like, yes, do all those things, but I feel like there was a piece missing in all of this. And I think it's the piece of, well, I have to pull back my shit. I got to look at what I've been doing, where do I really want to go, and what can stay, and what do I need to add on.
Right. What's necessary, not what's in my head. Again, your friends are your friends, but they're not capable.
They're not capable, and they're just not gonna push you as hard as we
No.
think they would, because
No.
you know why? Because they love us. So
Right.
not to say that I don't love my clients, but like, and also your friends are dealing with their own stuff,
Absolutely.
and I'm
Yeah.
dealing with my own stuff too. But as a professional, I understand that boundary. There's a boundary there. Whereas with friends, that boundary doesn't really exist because you're friends. You're there to be a part of their life and every step of
Right.
that.
Yeah.
And so I remember I was thinking to myself like about potentially getting a physical trainer, and I was like, well, why would I put the money into it? But I realized it's because, just like life coaching, no one, not your partner, not your friends, your boss, your parents, is as invested in your goals and your progress and your success like you are and like a life coach is. If you
Right.
think about it, as your life coach, I am very invested in your transformation and your results, because that speaks to my work, that
Mm-hmm.
speaks to my craft. So it's like, if you do good, I'm doing good.
Right.
So of course I'm going to be just as invested, and sometimes even more so invested, because I can see the potential that's like waiting inside you that you can't see just yet, but you
Right.
will see by the end of this session, by the end of
Mm-hmm.
our coaching program.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you want someone that's going to be just as invested as you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And that is exactly what it is. I mean, your life coach wants you to win. They want you to win, and they want to help you win. You tell your girlfriends what your goal is. Oh, girl, that's good. You can do it. And it's there. There's not a whole lot of accountability. And that is exactly what a life coach is. It's an accountability partner. For real, for real.
Accountability, support, affirmation. It's a nice,
Right.
holds a mirror up for you so that you
Yeah.
can see what's been going on. But I think a life coach is also an alchemist, meaning
Mm.
they, especially what I do with a lot with my clients, is a lot of reframing and a lot of,
Mm.
let me offer you a different perspective, or let's
Yeah.
talk about that differently. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm able to help you alchemize the negative limiting beliefs, the trauma, the doubt, and the fear, and
Mm-hmm.
turn all that shit literally
Mm-hmm.
into the gold that is your inner power that you always had. I'm just
Right.
helping you see that again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So especially for Black women in particular, because a lot of Black women, and especially for me and my clientele, they've never had a life coach before. So
Mm-hmm.
knowing what we just said now about what is life coaching, would you recommend this experience to Black women, and why in particular Black women?
I absolutely would recommend it to Black women. As a Black woman myself, who has, I mean, a lot of us now are not our grandmothers Black. We're not our great grandmothers Black. And I say that my great grandmother's still alive. Um, Not the same. I have a therapist. I have a psychic alchemist, whatever you would like to call it. So I'm not your average. None of us are starting to be our grandmothers, I'm not, the same 45 that my mother was. So we got to get past that, and we need some help. Period. If you want to go further and do different things than someone else than you've seen, which is what my life is. My life is not recognizable. Like, I don't recognize parts of my life and my friends and my family. So you have to do different things to get different places. A lot of us want to move out of the country, and a lot of us are, choosing to raise kids on our own. We're doing different things now. So I absolutely would suggest that you find a Black woman to help you get to that space. Who else can help you better?
Well, that is a great point. Who else can do it better? Nobody.
No.
Who can love you like me? Nobody. Who's gonna be the best
you gonna drive
coach? Only me, baby. Okay, sorry.
Listen, ma'am.
That was in my spirit.
Be in your spirit.
But you're right. Who else would I call? A Black woman. So of course,
like,
that makes sense.
It's your sister, it's your auntie, it's your granny, it's your girl. It's all of that in one, but professional.
Yep.
At the same time.
Exactly. And especially like me, if you're really in tune with your ancestors, and you too as well, like especially the matrilineal ancestors, the women in our blood, and as well as having that kind of old soul, we really bring in all of these women together to help you. I'm not coming to you as just me. I couldn't do that. I'm coming to you with like a lot of wisdom that's been in my bloodline, that's been given to me. And so I think that's like the same thing as like being a priestess is like, which priestesses are for the healing and the growth and development for women particularly. And so as a Black woman, really in tune with the ancestors, if you bring all these women that's behind you, or really on the sides of you, that brought you up into this coaching space to affirm another Black woman,
right?
Wow. Like the power in that. Wow.
Yeah
Amazing. Chills. Okay, so I think my last question in terms of your coaching experience would be around what are some things that, because like you said, we're not done yet working together. What are some things that you've overcome so far?
Oh gosh, my limiting beliefs would have to just be at the top. Like I did not believe. I did not believe in myself. I knew what I was capable of, but I didn't believe. And then when I did believe, like my inner hater bitch was like, girl, you you ain't never done this before. You don't, girl, what? You can't, I don't know. Let's just be comfortable. Let's be comfortable. So I had to tell sis, sit down. let me run this for a little bit. Let me run this. But my limiting beliefs is what I had to is get over. I had to let that go.
Right. And I know, like, you call it your inner hater bitch, but I think some people will call it, oh, that's your ego, or oh, that's your trauma that's been trying to speak to you and keep you doing the same old things that was keeping you comfortable, keeping you stagnant. And when you talk to that inner hater bitch, you're really using your higher self.
Yeah.
You're saying, let me take over the wheel right now. Instead of these trauma responses, I will take over, and let's see what we can accomplish in a different way, in a more secure, safe way. And then of course that takes time, and your body is like, we don't trust her. She'll know what she's doing. We've been doing this for years. We've been having these trauma responses for years, this fight or flight, these bad habits. What she know? But that goes back to the inner parenting and the inner child healing too. You really have to take your little self and be like, hey, I got this now, you know?
Yeah.
Trust me. So yeah. Okay, so you, my dear, are a life coach.
I am.
And it's so funny because sometimes you kind of like look at me as a little sister, and so in like in the life coaching realm, I look at you as like your mother, like I'm your life coach mother. But anywho, so your business is called Cool as a Mother. First
Yes.
off, tell us, what does that mean? What does cool as a mother even mean?
Cool as a mother um is, it's like, as moms, like you can lose it to where you're not that anymore. Like, I'm dope as a mother. Like I'm one dope mom. You get into this rut or this space where moms people don't automatically think of moms as being cool. Like, it's like middle age. It's like, oh, you're cool or you look good for this age. No, I'm just cool.
Oh, hold up. Okay, you can go ahead.
So, okay. So cool as a mother. Um, it's just about moms being able to still be told, still show out, not have to be, oh, you shouldn't do that because you're a mom. Oh, just kind of reframing what it is to be a dope ass mom, a cool mom. That part.
So do you have to be a mom to be cool as a mother? Like to be a
You
part of the community, the movement?
you don't. We all are not chosen. We all are not women who even want to be. And that's okay. It's up to you. But no, it's a community. Come on in. It's about everybody. You got a mama. No doubt you got a mama. You got an auntie, you got a granny, you got somebody, you got the cool auntie, you know, you have somebody who has stood in and mothered you and held space. And she cool. So no.
Yes. And she
Everybody.
cool. I love
And
that.
she
I
cool.
love Oh, that is beautiful. And for those women who may feel as if they don't, they really never had that womanly, that divine feminine holding space, that nurturing, from the divine feminine, come to this community. Come to Cool as
Right.
Mother. You're gonna find somebody.
Somebody.
Yes.
Yeah. There's somebody
So
here.
what do you do within Cool as a Mother? Like I said, we know that you're a life coach. Like, yeah, what does your business look like?
I want to help women who are 40 over, close to, but moms, you can be non-mom as well. Women who have gone through or are going through or have been through a divorce or a life transition, midlife flyness. Um, some women who want to transition, women who want to like give up the fucks, women who want to take the power back. Those women, that's who I want to talk to. Those are the women I want to coach. Because that is where I have been. So that is where I want to help you to get through as well.
You ready to help them reclaim all the fucks they've been given?
Right. Get your fucks back. Get your fuck bucks back.
Yes. Did you say fuck bucks? I am dead.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I will add an E for explicit to this.
Right. I told you, bring that little E out for me.
Bring it out of my pocket. Like I don't
Right.
really this one. Okay.
Southern Belle, but I cuss.
How can we work with you? How can we find you? How can we learn more? How can we engage with such a dope person as you are?
I can be reached at coolasamother.com. And also I'm on the gram, cool underscore as underscore a underscore mother. That's where I'm at.
Great. And are you currently taking any life coaching clients, or how's that?
I am taking life coaching clients.
Okay. See,
She's ready.
oh, she read. She ready.
She ready.
She's always been ready.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
took a little bit of a push.
It took a little bit of coaching.
Yes, it took a little bit of coaching to be a good coach. And I know that's the same for me. It took a bit of coaching for me. But anyway.
Hey.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Nikki, for your time and bringing your dope presence onto this podcast. I know all women, but especially, the women who are moms, who have kids, who feel like they've been losing their cool for too dang long and want to, bring that back into their lives. I know they'll definitely love to reach out to you. So I'll put the links to your website and to your Instagram in the description boxes for this podcast. And that is all we have today.
All right. Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.